Hello and welcome to Que Pasa. My name is Michael Lewis. I'm a city councilor here in the city of Grants. This program provides information for citizens of Grants about how our money is being spent, about what programs we're working on, and about what direction our town is going. This week we're going to visit the Marketing Steering Committee for the city of Grants. So the first person we'd like to introduce is Brittany Birds. She was hired by the City of Grants a couple months ago to become our first marketing coordinator. And we also formed this steering committee, and we meet once a week to decide where our marketing efforts will be focused for the next few weeks and months. So welcome aboard, Brittany.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about your background.
Well, I started in video production when I went to college at Eastern New Mexico University. I worked at the news station there for PBS station. It was KNW News 3 New Mexico, and I moved my way up. I did graphics, and I moved up to a senior producer there my last year, and from there I graduated with my bachelor's in digital production, and I wanted to stay and get my master's degree, so I stayed at school and I did event coordination for those 2 years of master's degree, and I got my master's in communications.
Cool. Sounds like you got a good background, and I know you went through a interview process with the city, and there were several people that applied for the job, and you got the job, and we're happy you're on board.
I'm happy I got the job.
So tell us a little bit about what you're doing now for the city.
When we first started, we wanted to update the website for the city of Grants, and I know the chamber just got a new website, but the city, I put together the website with a company, and so that's finally going. It changed from cityofgrants.org to cityofgrants.net.
Okay.
So that's the new website.
That's just for the government part of our website, right?
Right, for any departments at the city, any questions you have for the City of Grants.
Right.
So for locals to see. And then we're getting new pictures for that website every day. We also started a Facebook page. We started a Twitter account and an Instagram account for the City of Grants, and they're all City of Grants. So if you search on those social media sites, you'll find us.
Mm-hmm. Why all the social media sites? Why are we doing that?
I think it's important for people to see that the City of Grants has some beautiful sites, some different things to see, and a lot of younger people are using those sites now. And so especially with the Instagram and Twitter, when you post pictures and say, this is how great it looks, this is what we're doing, this is what we have coming up, then people can tweet it out to their friends or share those things. Right. And then more people can see the City of Grants. I
think a lot of baby boomers are also finally getting on board with social media, don't you?
Right. Yeah. And there's a lot of followers on Facebook, and that's where a lot of the baby boomers are, so we have a lot of friends on Facebook.
How do you get to our Facebook page, the city's Facebook page?
You search City of Grants and it should come up. It's under pages.
Well, I know we started a few programs through this marketing steering committee, and could you tell us, like, one of the first things we've done is what?
Well, the city logo. Mm-hmm. It had a lot of stuff in it. There were some complaints about how busy it was and some stuff that people liked and didn't like. And so our committee got together, and one of the first things that we've been working on is the new city logo. Mm-hmm. And we've decided on one, and we have a rough version of it, mm-hmm. but we're tweaking it a little bit, and this is probably what we'll end up with.
All right. Well, let's take a look at it. Wow, this looks great. Can you tell us how we arrived at this new logo?
Yeah, we talked about the old logo and what we liked about it, what we thought showed Grants and showed who we are and what we want people to know about us. And we decided that we liked the mountain. The mountain, Mount Taylor, is such a beautiful mountain. It's one of the tallest peaks in New Mexico. And the Zia symbol was around our logo at one point, but we wanted to show it coming over the mountain and show that beautiful sky that New Mexico is just, it's a great thing to have in the state. It's just the beautiful sky that you get to see every day.
Yeah.
And we did around the logo the 66 symbol for Route 66 because Cibola County has the longest stretch of Route 66 in New Mexico.
That's right, yes. It's interesting, it feels like Route 66 is becoming more and more popular the older it gets.
I think it is. I think it's something that people want to see.
Right. I know when you go online and you type in Route 66 or like Route 66 museums or something like that, boy, they pop up all along the route, all the way from Chicago to California. And it seems like this is something that we have not taken advantage of in the past. And I'm happy to see that this committee is targeting Route 66 as one of our main focuses. Well, I love it. I think it's gonna, I think people are gonna enjoy it. It's got a lot of new color in it. And I think it really represents us well. Thank you so much for coming, and welcome aboard, and we're looking forward to all the great things that are going to happen through this new marketing effort that we've installed.
Great. Thank you for having me.
Thanks. So our next guest is Bianca Mitchell. She's the director of the Mainstreet program here in Grants, and she's been the director here for a few years, and she's also a part of our marketing steering committee. And so welcome, Bianca.
Thank you, Mike, for having me.
What role does Mainstreet play in this overall project that we're involved in the new marketing program for our community?
Well, one of our 4 points approach for the Grants Mainstreet project is economic positioning. So with that, we try and get the tourists in to spend money here at our local businesses. Of course, we're always promoting shop local. And being a part of the marketing steering committee for Cibola County and Grants, we play a key role with the signage as far as wayfinding signage. So when a tourist does come through Cibola County, they have an idea of what sites they can see, not only within the city of Grants, but Cibola County.
Right.
So,
Well, when we were involved in the campaign about a year ago, almost every stop that we spoke at, a citizen would stand up and say, why are we not promoting our town? And why is there not more signage in our town so people can find where they are? If you're a citizen here and you live here, you've figured out how to get to places. But if you're a new visitor and you're driving down these streets, you can get lost easy, right?
yes, and we've had plenty of people, even residents, get lost in Grants.
Right.
So let's take a look at the route that a typical visitor would take as they come into Grants, let's say on exit 85. One of the first places we need good signage is right here at the motels. This would be a sign that would encourage people to drive through our town. The next important location is our East Y. This is the point where Route 66 becomes Santa Fe Avenue, and it also ties into our street that goes to the motels. As visitors move into town, the next important junction is First Street and Santa Fe Avenue.
The first wayfinding signage that we are looking at, as I mentioned, would be on First Street and Santa Fe Avenue. We would, of course, identify the art galleries that we have here on Santa Fe Avenue, the Riverwalk Park, the New Mexico Mining Museum, and the Chamber of Commerce. Also, just giving direction to where the Mount Taylor Summit is, the Cibola County Complex, and the Cibola General Hospital.
So when people come up to the corner of First and Santa Fe Avenue, just this one sign tells them a lot about what's in our town and obviously what direction to go.
Yeah.
Is this kind of a theme that we're going to be using?
We would theme out the signage just so that the tourists can identify, that it is wayfinding signage through our city or our town. So we're not confusing them by throwing them off with different colors or different looks of our signage. You just want to keep it consistent,
Right.
keep it flowing.
Right, so when they see that particular color or that shape of sign, they know that that's an informational sign.
Yes.
So when you get to the corner of Roosevelt and First Street, you would see a sign, obviously the same design that we saw on First and 66, and you come up to this sign here.
So as you're coming down First Street and you get to Roosevelt, yes, you'll have a wayfinding signage that has our grants logo, and it'll indicate to turn left would indicate the direction of the Grants High School, as well as returning back to I-40 or Route 66. If you turn right, which you'll be going east, you'll end up you'll have directions to NMSU grants, the Mount Taylor Summit, the Municipal Golf Course, Cibola County Complex, and the Cibola General Hospital.
Well, these signs are so helpful. I mean, especially if I was a new visitor to our town and just kind of trying to make my way around town. This seems like something we've really needed for a long time.
Yes, it is. One of the important aspects that I think we really need to market and capitalize on is the Route 66 corridor that we have running through
Right.
Cibola County. I don't think anyone has ever really tried to market Route 66 through our town.
I'll tell you, we really appreciate what you guys are doing and appreciate what the marketing steering committee, what direction you're taking us. We've needed this for a long time, and we're glad that you and Economic Development and the Chamber of Commerce, Future Foundations, the county, everyone has come together and is trying to make this thing fly, and I think it's going to. We really
Yes.
appreciate the direction you're going.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming by, Bianca, and we'll see you next time.
Okay, thank you.
So let's take a break and we'll return in a few minutes.